Hello everyone. In yesterday's class, we have learned some basic concepts and we have started new chapter that is thermodynamics. So let's continue ahead. So next topic is zeroth law of thermodynamics. What is that? Zeroth law of thermodynamics. Zeroth law of thermodynamics. So what is this? Let's see. If systems A and B, listen carefully, if systems A and B are each in thermal equilibrium, are each in thermal equilibrium with a third system C, with a third system C, then A and B are in thermal equilibrium with each other. Simply, one example I am telling, suppose there are three friends, we can say. Okay, how many friends? These three friends. So this is suppose A, this is B, and this is a C. If now A is a friend of C, okay, and B is also friend of C, then can I say that A and B are also friend of each other? Yes, right or wrong? Because of him, they will be also become friend. Yes. So if this is a friend, this is a friend, separately B and C and A and C are friends, then A and B are also friends of one another. So here in thermodynamics, there are no friends, but there are some systems. Suppose this is a system A, right? This is a system A, this one is system B, and this one is system C. So if suppose this system is in thermal equilibrium with this system is also in thermal equilibrium with this, then we can say that A and B are in thermal equilibrium with one another, right? System A, system B, and system C. What is this? System A. This is system B. And this one is what? System C. Right? So how you can define one more time? Listen. If system A and B are each means separately we can say, in thermal equilibrium with a third system C, then A and B are in also thermal equilibrium with each other. What is thermal equilibrium? In yesterday's class, I told you what is thermal equilibrium. Thermal equilibrium means the temperature of the two systems is same. Yes, understand. And this is what? Zeroth law of thermodynamics. Okay, so note down. This is your zeroth law of thermodynamics. They are asking you this question for 2 marks also. So keep it in mind. Next, let's move ahead. Now, what is internal energy and work? What is internal energy and work? So let's see what is this internal energy. This internal energy is denoted by delta U. Internal energy is denoted by delta U. What is this internal energy? So I can write like this: energy of a system, or the energy possessed by the system, the energy possessed by the system due to molecular motion and molecular configuration. Okay, what is this molecular motion and molecular configuration? So assume that in a container we are having some gas, and gas contains molecules of gas. So every gas has one molecular configuration. So whatever these molecules are moving inside, because of that, whatever you are getting energy, that is nothing but your internal energy of the system. What is that? Internal energy of the system. So due to this molecular motion, what we can get? Internal kinetic energy. So internal kinetic energy due to molecular motion. Same like how we are getting potential energy and kinetic energy, same like that. Internal kinetic energy due to molecular motion, and internal potential energy due to molecular configuration. Internal and internal potential energy due to molecular configuration. So you know, so I'm denoting this one as a UP and UK, right? So I'm denoting like this. This is motion, no? So this is kinetic energy, that's why this is UK, and this is molecular configuration, so this is potential energy, that is UP. UP and UK. UP means what? Internal potential energy. UK means what? Internal kinetic energy. UK means United Kingdom. UP means Uttar Pradesh Kadu. Okay. So next, if I want total energy here, total internal energy we can say, right? So if I want total internal energy, that is I have denoted as a U, yes, or even delta U also, not an issue. You can use either U or delta U. You can make here also in this case U only. Okay, make it U, not an issue. Right? So what you will get, U is equal to, tell me, U is equal to what? This UK plus UP. What you will get? Total internal energy U is equal to UK plus UP. That is internal kinetic energy plus internal potential energy. Got it? Note down this. Okay, next. Next is, what is a work? Work. Now let's take a cylinder. So we are having a cylinder like this. And this cylinder is having a movable piston. What it is having? Movable piston. Can you see this cylinder and piston? I'm changing the color for this, so that container and piston should be different. Okay, this is a piston and this is a container. And now suppose initially this piston was here, and after that it went little up. How much distance? Dx. Means initially it was here, this piston position was here, and because of this gas pressure, yes or no, this gas is there, no, inside this. So this will exert some force on this piston, and therefore it will go up. Got it? Or shall I explain one more time? Okay, wait. I will draw again diagram. Listen carefully. So assume that we are having, let me take little big piston. Suppose we are having like this big piston, and this piston is having one cylinder, and there is a moving piston. big cylinder and there is a moving piston inside it, right? So initially this piston is here, and after that this piston changes to here. Got it? I'm changing color so that you will understand. Like this. This is initial position of piston, and inside there is a gas molecules inside this piston. So this gas will exert some force, isn't it? This gas will exert some force in this direction, upward direction. Yes, this exerts force on this piston, and due to this force this piston will move now till here, from this point to this point, and this distance it has displaced is, let us suppose, dx, right? Now see what I am writing about this, whatever we have learned till this moment of time. See here, suppose a gas is confined in a cylinder. There is a gas in the cylinder that has movable piston at one end. Movable piston at one end. If suppose P is the pressure of this gas which exerts on the what I say that movable piston. If P be the pressure of the gas, in the cylinder, then force exerted by the gas is equal to what? Then force exerted by the gas on the piston of the cylinder what you will get, pressure P is equal to what? F by A. Therefore F is equal to what? P into A. right? So now you got F is equal to Pa. But when this force is acting on this piston is moving some distance. What is that distance? Dx. What is that distance? Dx. So as piston moved distance dx, therefore dw, that is small work done, is equal to F into dx, force into small displacement. You know this basic formula. What is that? Work is equal to force into displacement. Yes or not? Same formula I am using here. So this is what dw is equal to F into dx. So therefore dw is equal to F value. Now only we got, what is that? Pa into dx. Pa into dx. But if suppose I want volume is equal to what? Area into length, I can say. So here if suppose this is area of cross section and the displacement, can I replace this with like this? Pressure into dV. So delta W or dW is equal to what? PdV. dW is equal to what? PdV. Yes or not? Now see here, initial volume of this gas, this part below this blue piston's position. This is your initial volume of the gas, and then later if this piston is moving at this position, so can I write here like this initial volume and this one is final volume, this complete one. Initial volume is Vi, this one is Pf. So change in volume is what here? Pf minus Pi. So let's move ahead. So I am getting dW is equal to PdV, I got as volume changes from Phi to Pf. Phi to Pf. So on integrating, take integration. dW is equal to integration of PdV. So dW integration is what? W. You know this already, I have told you. Integration of dx is equal to x. Yes or not? Integration of dv is equal to v. And if suppose like this, there integration of dv and something x1 and y, x1 x2, some limits are there, then what you will do? First this v, then this is x1 lower limit, and this is what? Upper limit x2. So put upper limit, subtract lower limit. Put upper limit, subtract lower limit. So what you will get here next step, if like this thing is there, then x2 minus x1. So here also, now this dw integration, there is no limit, but here volume changing, that's why can I write here vi to vf, and therefore this is equal to what you are getting, p outside integration of dv vi to vf, and as already I have solved here, x1 is here v1 vi, and x2 is what? vf. So just to p into, this is v, and this one is vi, this one is vf, and therefore you are getting w is equal to p into vf minus vi. What you are getting work done here? W is equal to p into vf minus vi. So work done is equal to pressure into change in volume. Work done is equal to what? Pressure into volume. Yes, understood. So revise this properly. Those who have missed yesterday's class, please listen one more time, because that was very basic class, because now from here onwards everything started is the actual chapter, we can say. So please make sure that you have understood everything whatever I have taught before, right? So I don't want to take what you can say more what you can say which you will not understand. So you should understand everything. So please revise, and those who don't have maintained separate notebook, we can say, for this chapter, you please keep another notebook also. Those who have new notebook, you can continue in that only, but don't keep rough notebook. This is November already, this year is going to end very soon. So please revise and don't neglect any class. If you have doubt, direct call me, I will explain. Okay, personally, anytime you got doubt, pause the video, call me and tell, sir, at this video, at this minute, this seconds, I have doubt, I will explain. Please call me. Okay, right? So let's stop here and ask me doubts. Bye.